What if I told you some animals can be frozen solid, like ice cubes, and still come back to life? For humans, freezing means death. But in the animal kingdom, certain creatures have evolved to survive the impossible. Today, we'll explore animals that can survive after being frozen. First, the incredible wood frog. Found in North America, this small frog can survive being completely frozen during winter. Its heart stops, it doesn't breathe, and ice forms inside its body. Yet when spring arrives, it thaws out and hops away as if nothing happened. The secret? A special sugar in its body acts like antifreeze, protecting its cells from damage. Next, the Arctic woolly bear caterpillar. Life in the Arctic is so harsh that this insect freezes solid every winter. But instead of living just a few months like most caterpillars, it spends up to 14 years repeating this freeze-thaw cycle until it finally becomes a moth. It may be the slowest growing insect in the world, but it survives where almost nothing else can. Even some reptiles can handle freezing. Painted turtle hatchlings, when buried in icy soil, can survive being partially frozen for weeks. Their tiny bodies shut down, and they rely on natural antifreeze compounds in their blood to prevent fatal damage. Once temperatures rise, they thaw and crawl out as if waking from a long sleep. Then there are nematodes, tiny roundworms that live in soil. Scientists discovered some of these worms in Siberian permafrost, frozen for over 30,000 years. After being thawed in a lab, they came back to life and started moving and eating again. These creatures may hold secrets about surviving extreme conditions, maybe even space travel. And of course, the legendary tardigrade, also known as the water bear. These microscopic animals are practically indestructible. They can survive being frozen close to absolute zero, the coldest temperature in the universe. In their dormant tun state, they shut down almost all biological activity until conditions improve. When thawed, they rehydrate and come back to life. Finally, the Siberian salamander. This amphibian can survive being frozen at -50°C for years. Entire populations in Siberia spend winters frozen solid underground. When the thaw comes, they simply continue their lives as though nothing happened. A survival trick few other vertebrates can match. So from frogs that stopped their hearts, to worms revived after 30,000 years, to microscopic tardigrades that can handle the cold of outer space. These animals show us that life can adapt to even the harshest conditions. They remind us that survival in nature isn't about strength, it's about adaptation. If you could survive being frozen and wake up in the future, would you try it? Tell me in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing animal video.